Hi, this is Cat Goldberg. I'm a neuromarketing consultant from San Francisco, and I just wanted to introduce myself. Yesterday, I posted a video I made for my company, BrainBuzz, on YouTube, and it's been getting a lot of really positive reaction, which is awesome. And I just kind of wanted to take a second to not only introduce myself and explain my background, but say that, I really like helping people, and I really like helping people solve problems and I like learning new things. So I thought YouTube could be a really cool way to connect with other entrepreneurs, other people who are interested in how to apply neuromarketing to their own life or business or interested in persuasion. And maybe we could just like talk about that kinds of stuff and help each other out because that would be a lot of fun. So, real fast, neuromarketing is basically just like regular marketing, except it's tailored to the consumer's brain. It's taking into account how evolution made the brain form and how the brain makes buying decisions from there, or to take a step back, how the brain takes in information and remembers you. So if you want to be more memorable, or you want to stand out in someone's brain, or you want to get a specific result, or you want someone to give you their email address, whatever the case is, you can use neuromarketing to think about it in kind of a slightly different way. So I got into this. I went to Sarah Lawrence College, which was really, really, really fabulous. And I had an internship at this company called Neurofocus, and they were acquired by Nielsen. And what was really cool was on one side was the lab, where we scanned people's brains as they viewed like commercials, and we used eye tracking so they could see we could see what they were looking at while they were viewing the image. And I just want to talk about like two studies that we worked on that were really interesting and kind of like made me realize why I wanted to start BrainBuzz. So the first was Burger King. They came to us and they said, people are coming through the drive-through, but they're not spending as much money as we think they should be. Is there anything you can do to our drive-through menu to make people spend more money? So, like, this is epic. So, like, they charge like tens of thousands of dollars to get this kind of information, but what we told Burger King to do was first the their menu had really sharp corners, and the brain doesn't like sharp corners because like in like thousands of years ago that could a sharp corner could mean the end of your eyesight. That could it could be bad. So the brain is hardwired to not like those sharp corners. So we just told them to round them out. And if you think about it, like the iPhone, the iPad, like they're all neurologically compelling because the corners are round. The second thing we told them to do was they had like the images of the food and the text all splattered about, and we just said, look, the brain takes in information a certain way, so you want to keep your images on the right hand side and the text on the left. And that's all we did. We didn't redesign it or anything like that. We just told them that stuff. And they implemented it, and their sales went up 33%. So I was like, mental note, that's pretty cool. Uh, the other kind of interesting study that we worked on was with Cheetos. They wanted us to find like the best version of their ad to run for the Super Bowl. And the one we went with was just super, super, super disgusting. There were two coworkers, in an office, and one was eating Cheetos, and the other guy comes up and grabs the guy's hand and licks the orange Cheetos dust off his fingers. And it's like totally repulsive. But the thing is, like, disgust sticks in the brain really, really well. And that commercial was like wildly disgusting. So it's a little bit like counterintuitive, but it totally like worked for them and their like advantage. So I kind of also wanted to talk just because I made that video almost a full year ago, maybe a little bit over a full year, on what I was doing to launch BrainBuzz. And since then, I've had to pivot multiple times, obviously, because being an entrepreneur is about being agile. So I wanted to talk about some like clients that I've worked on, and then that's about it. So first, just because like I really like working with my parents, they're really cool people. My mom started this company, and I'm not going to say the name because it's in the process of like getting funding right now, but it's for older women. It's a digital exercise download. that you can order online and you can do it in your living room or your bedroom on your iPad. And it's 15 minutes, but you get like a really great workout. And my mom is really good friends with the woman who used to do this on TV. And they kind of like rebranded it. And it was cool. So, so here, this is like where neuromarketing comes into play. And I'm just going to write down some notes so I don't forget. There are two things, right? Um, you can't tell people to go buy your product, even if they should, and even if it's a good product. But if someone who looks like them says, oh, I just stumbled onto this product and it really improved the quality of my life, then all of a sudden people listen. So testimonials are like a really powerful way to build your brand and your website and your reputation authentically all at once. So what my mom did was she got all these people together, all these women that were her friends, and my aunt, and a bunch of people, and they all did the video together, and they all got like a great workout and laughed and talked about it. And then she got their testimonials for the website, and that was kind of like a foundation of it. So when you see a woman's picture who's in her like early 60s, who looks like you, and she's active, and she's just, wanting to get into slightly better shape, then you can kind of see yourself in her and then be more inclined to make the purchase. So that's kind of exciting. I also work with a bunch of authors, which is cool. It's like anyone can get a book published. So I try to take on clients that I really believe in. And this is kind of where I want to talk about social media. So social media is cool because it's a connection to a consumer in the palm of their hand, right? Like, which is very close to their eyes. So it's valuable if you use it in the right way. So I like Instagram because you can search for anything and find people all around the world doing it. So one of my authors wrote like a thriller book, and it's very much the kind of book where like if you like Gone Girl or The Girl on the Train, you would like his book. So I'm just using Instagram to search for people who are reading those books, and then I'm commenting on it with a profile from the name of his book to say, oh my God, this is my kind of book, or I loved it, because genuinely I read the books and I really like them. And then I just engage in conversation with them that way. So they see, oh, there's this person who is complimenting what I'm reading and likes it too. Maybe I should discover a little bit more about them. And then they see the bio for the book, which piques their interest because it's about like suspense and psychological thrillers and romance. And then underneath it, there's a link to buy the book. And that I make that like a bit.ly link just so I can track it to see how many people are clicking on it. So, of all the social media platforms, like people are like, ooh, Facebook marketing, let's buy ads. It's like, no, I hate ads. Literally, like I don't really hate anything, but I hate, like I will go out of my way not to click on an ad just so I can not do that. I also don't like email. I think it's very invasive for people to be talking at me through my inbox. So I'm not a big fan of email marketing, but I think there are other more authentic ways to get into someone's brain. And by the way, the reason like neuromarketing is cool, it's like people are really busy, right? Like there's like you're getting text messages, you have to do something at work, your girlfriend is yelling at you, the dog is yelling, barking, whatever. It's hard to get to be remembered. And especially if you're a brand or a business. So neuromarketing basically says humans evolved to avoid pain. And if you can highlight some sort of pain that the consumer is in and then make yourself the solution, you will be more memorable. So neuromarketing is just about getting like a slight leg up. And it's interesting because I see commercials for like plastic surgeons on TV, and they're like, oh, like the recovery time is so easy, these state-of-the-art doctors, 25 years experience. It's like no one cares about that. Like they care about like they're scared of how they're going to heal, right? And then you also want to highlight like how great they'll feel after that. You're reaching out to this doctor to make a change about the quality of your whole life, and then the doctor is with you through the process. It's just like, and like lawyers for persuasion. I feel like anyone can use neuromarketing. So because of that, and because I have a lot of energy and caffeine and coffee, I wanted to use YouTube to meet you guys and to say hi and to see like if you're working on something cool and you just want like a neuromarketing perspective just to like see it slightly differently, then hit me up. I would love to talk to you either through the comments or via email. My email address is cat@brainbuzz.co. And if you're, oh, I'll end with one more thing. I love working with musicians and recording artists because you can use Instagram to find people who like music similar to you and engage in conversation and compliment them. The way to get on someone's radar is to compliment what they're already doing. By saying you look fabulous or your lunch looks so delicious, was it hard to make? People are going to remember you and they're going to check you out. So that's kind of like a brief synopsis of neuromarketing and what BrainBuzz is currently doing. So feel free to reach out and say hi. Okay, have a fabulous day.